Girl, what's good? What's good, Miss Honey, Miss Challenge Child? It is the gorgeous Miss Gigi Goode. Gigi,
What is shaking bacon?
girl, you look amazing. Y'all are
Thank
serving looks,
you.
girl.
I've been trying my bestest.
So tell us about this helmet fetish.
Oh, listen, I'm a firm believer in safety first, click it or ticket always. And so okay, TBH, I literally did not even connect the dots that I had brought so many helmets to the show. First of all, I don't even know how I packed all the helmets in like a giant ass plastic ice cream cone. But I also didn't know that all those outfits would line up like in the first episode. And then it happened, and now I'm the helmet girl, and I am proud to be her.
Honestly, well, that's the thing. I tell people that too. It's like you can't help how the runways or the looks happen. Like you bring what you have, and then the chips fall where they may. But honestly, fans love that stuff, and it's like little tea leaves for us that we love, and they were stunning. So tell people to fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
So now, Gigi, you came out the gate swinging. I mean, looks, wins after wins after wins. Was that your strategy going? You're like, I'm gonna go in and go balls to the wall and just immediately set off the precedent that I'm that bitch.
I'm like, it was so strange watching me because myself, and I'm sure you completely understand, obviously, but I definitely came off as cocky. Like I was like, I am that bitch. I know what I'm doing. But my strategy going into the competition was just like, just don't worry about anybody else and just like have as much fun as you possibly can, because this is the only chance that you will get to have this kind of fun.
Right.
And so I had fun. Like there was even the challenges that I faltered in and I might not have been my best. I had so much fun doing them and like meeting the people that I met. So I would not have changed any single moment.
Well, you know what? That is some very Bob shit. That's Aquarius shit. Those are two winners who were like, I'm the shit, and I'm gonna come in here and do what I need to do and have fun and just let me rock and live my life. And you definitely did that. Going towards the end, because you weren't as like winning as many challenges as possible, were you like, oh my god, I may be going home. I'm not going to the finale.
Oh, bitch. I was never going home. That was not an option for me. No.
Absolutely.
And when I was in the bottom in that political challenge and I said to Ru, I was like, you will not see me in the bottom again. That was me in my head being like, this does not feel good and I don't like it. So it's just not going to happen again. And you have my words. So going home was not an option. If they were like, I'm sorry, sashay away, I'd be like, no.
I want to say and I tweeted about this. I've been like talking about it on live and everything because I was so impressed. You in the One Queen show, to me, it was one of my favorites because I feel like sometimes Drag Race, we kind of lose our way of what like the traditional drag queen essential things that you should be able to do. Yeah. And I think you were so funny having organic banter with the audience and just lending yourself to that moment. It was so good. You know what I mean? So good.
Thank you.
Do you host back in LA or did you perform a lot in LA? Like where did you pull that from?
That was, no joke, my first time speaking in drag in front of a live audience.
No, it is not. Gigi
yes.
Goode, no, it is not.
It is because, and I had moments like prior, I was asked to like host Evita on the microphone, and I just like that scares the shit out of me. Like, give me a lip sync song and I will turn it out. But like talking to people with my voice on a microphone was so scary. And to this day, that is still one of the only times I've done it. And so like that is what made me so nervous, was like if it was just the panel of judges there, like I think I would have done a lot better. But that being said, I am really happy with what I did. And you know, I have a very dry sense of humor, and I've found that a lot of the fans don't. So it's been really interesting to see how my humor translates.
Oh no, I think it came across super well, and I think that because I think a lot of girls go in and you're like, oh, I'm the fashion queen, I only do this, but I think you and Nikki Doll and Widow, like y'all prove like there were other things that you do super well. So, girl, you after when we can see and touch people again, you need to take that
God
on the road
knows.
and do. I mean, I don't know what that looks like for you, for
Oh
Gigi,
yeah,
but
no, I would love that. I would love that. And that's another thing that you mentioned about Nikki and Widow, and I'm just gonna mention every other girl on our season, is that this season is so full of like girls that are so well-rounded in their drag. And like even the queens that were in the bottom and did go home, it's not like they completely bombed the challenge, you know? It's like they just weren't the best and there was nitpicking. So I'm so to be a part of this cast.
Well, also, when Ru gave y'all that compliment, he was like, "This is like the best top six I've ever seen." Like, how I'm trying to imagine what my reaction would be on the runway. And were y'all like when y'all were done filming the day? Were y'all all just in the workroom gagging like, "Oh shit, Ru really got it together"? Oh my god, is that your dog?
Yeah, that's one of them, and she is. Yeah, I got two. Here in quarantine land. But yeah, I literally like as soon as she said that, like my heart fell out of my asshole and onto the floor, and I like shot up to the ceiling, and I was like, okay, Ms. Paul, I'm gonna make it to the end. I'm gonna prove you right. So happy to say I kept that promise.
Going into the finale, you obviously have a very good track record in the show, and you've been doing super well. Are you nervous for the finale? Like, are you? Because I mean, Shea Coulee is a perfect example. She was doing amazingly. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's winning the show," but you know, we all saw what happened.
Yeah, no, I feel like, I'm not nervous because I am not. To me, it's not a competition between any of the other top girls. To me, it's a competition between me and myself, and that's kind of how I treated the whole competition. Is like, I'm not trying to prove myself to anybody else. I'm trying to prove myself to me, and I can tell you right now that the stuff that I'm preparing for the finale, I have never been more proud of. And it's all like hand done. It's all like so many hours of work have been going into all the aspects of it. And no matter what happens, like I have already won the crown, even though I'm going to win the crown.
Gigi, oh, well, you know, I've been standing you since the freaking reveal. Because first of all, I love Plaid, I love Tartan, and when you came out in that look, it was just so well done. So good. You are just, I mean, every step of the way, you've been really, really showing the bitches like, what's up?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're amazing. I think you're gonna do super well. I mean, do you think we might see some rose petals or butterflies at the finale this year?
No, Diva, but I can tell you that I am gonna be pulling some shit that you have never seen on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Ooh, maybe some Swarovskis?
Not this time around, but maybe when I gotta give up that crown next year, you never know.
Work. Gigi, listen, you're my goddess. You again have done super well, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna bring at the finale, girl.
Thank you so much. So nice talking to you.
You too, my dear. And stay safe. Wash your hands.
You too, Diva. 20 seconds. Happy birthday.
Work.